That's supposed to be Flight of the Valkyries because they use Valkyries in this attack. Well, if you watch my YouTube channel, which there's at least one person who does, it's me. Um, you would know that the last war I said I'm never going to use this army composition again because I'm tired of it. I'm burned out. Blah 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 blah. I said all those things and I completely ignored it. And I did that because this base, it was as if it was engineered specifically for this army composition. So first off, I actually had cooked Laloon and was going to attack this, but the more I looked at it, I realized this is a bad place to try a Lalu, Queen Walk Lalu rather. Now what you might be able to do is maybe try golems and bowlers and hop into here, maybe put a jump spell here, and then suddenly you're in range of 2 air defenses to wipe out pretty easily. Actually, you don't even need the jump spell. They can pop them out both right there. But again, King's down. I feel nervous about doing that, and I just don't have that much experience with it. But this guy has set up his base pretty well for a Lalu. So the air defenses are kind of recessed, which is bad if you're trying to take them out, but it's good if you're trying to do a queen walk around the outside of the base because they're not going to be able to get you. Now the Expos are also, you see how they're set. So this guy, he's probably on ground and air. This one is on ground and air. So if you walk in this direction, the Expos are not going to harass you. And he's also put all his wizard towers right here in range of a queen walk. So the queen, my phone is acting skitchy. That's not a word. So if you start a queen walk over here, the queen can pop out this wizard tower. She can walk into this corner and reach this one. Then she can turn the corner, and she'll be able to take out both of these wizard towers. And so the wizard tower farm is gone, which is a bad threat to your hogs or balloons. Now, I expected there to be giant bombs in here, but they turned out to be Teslas. I expected the Teslas to be over here. I've just seen that more often than not. So there were some Teslas left over, so I actually did end up having to drop the hogs around here into that bomb tower, but it all worked out, as long as you don't drop them on a stinking expo. But it is a good base for a queen walk, and I like to have the queen walk in this direction to take out this wizard tower farm and to avoid this expo and avoid this expo. And then this Valkyrie Pekka combination is excellent for taking out an archer queen, and he's nice enough to put this archer queen in this big fat compartment here. So like I said, it's like this base was specifically designed for this attack strategy. So the queen's going to walk all the way over here, and there's one little spot that I'm worried about. So think about how the healers are going to trail behind the queen. I can avoid this air defense by dropping the queen here and dropping the healer sort of offset behind her in this direction. And then as she walks into here, they'll be sort of as far away from this air defense as possible. They'll never walk into range of it. But as she walks in this direction, they're going to file in behind her and maybe take this route. And they'll just, by just a hair, be in a range of this air defense. But I'm not worried about that because look at this air sweeper. As soon as the healers move into this spot right here, where they're going to be in range of the air defense potentially, the air sweeper is going to blow them out. And they're going to get blown away from that air defense. So it's actually a benefit to me to have that there. So I think the healers took some damage. I may have lost one. And then once you get around here, you're going to have to work on some funneling. I think what I elected to do was drop a baby dragon here on this corner, so he'll take this thing out, and then he'll take that thing out, and then after that I don't care. I actually didn't even get to watch to see what he did, because I just dropped him and then went back to focusing on the queen. Now once the queen comes out and knocks out these buildings, it's time to work on getting in. Now as soon as they enter this circle of the archer queen, my kill squad's going to redirect and try to go in the base, and the archer queen's going to sit in here and fire at them. So it's kind of important I drop them on the outside to clear these buildings first so the queen doesn't waste time on them. And then they'll move into the wall because they'll have nowhere else to go with these guys gone. And the queen will fire on them. They'll want to bust through the wall. I'll drop a rage, so I'm going to drop a Pekka, 2 healers on her, then drop a rage, so everything will be raged up and ready to go. And with any luck, I'll have all 3 rages left, and I'll just keep everything raged in whatever path they decide to take to the base. So these buildings should mostly be gone, so they'll probably want to move around hopefully in this direction, and hopefully not outside of the base. But you've got these things down here right next to the wall, so I'm pretty hopeful they'll keep moving the direction they need to move. And so what's going to happen is you're going to have the Pekka and the Valkyrie sitting here beating on the wall. I'll drop the bowlers as soon as they break through the wall, or a little bit before, about where the queen is, so they'll want to take the same path into here and just keep them raged up. And raged Valkyries and bowlers can do a heckload of damage, and then they're going to punch through. And about when they've punched through, especially this expo should be gone. I want this expo to at least be distracted pretty handily before I drop my hogs. And I'll drop the hogs wherever they're needed, which turned out to be over here. I'll go ahead and have a heal spell for them if they hit any giant bombs, which they're bound to do at some point in time. Now, the one thing I messed up on this attack is I had planned to try to lure the clan castle with a single hog after this cannon was gone. I was going to drop a hog sort of in this direction and get the lure while the queen was walking around here. But I forgot to do that. Thankfully, I had 2 poisons, and as the kill squad, the Valks and the bowlers and the Pekka busted in here, I dropped poison on them, and everything turned out to be just fine. Yeah, thank God it wasn't a dragon in balloons, or I'd have been in trouble. All right, I've talked long enough. Let's watch this thing go. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the wizards. So, in terms of funneling, as soon as this archer tower is distracted, you can drop 2 wizards here, and they'll be out of range of this cannon. And those wizards can hopefully at least take out this thing, maybe this thing. If I'm lucky, this thing. And they actually took out a whole lot. Those are like champion wizards over here. Watch these guys. So, boom, first one's gone. Queen's going to path the right way. They keep going. This guy's going to say, you know what, I'm taking out this archer tower. I don't care if I'm getting hit by mortars in the head. You know. Boom. And then they say, all right, time for this gold storage here. Look at that. Look at these wizards. Just champs. Champ wizards right there. And the queen comes in, paths exactly how I wanted her to path, took out the first wizard tower. Tesla pops up. That got me by surprise. So I've got my hand on the rage spell at this point, hoping that I don't need it. And it turned out I don't need it, so that was okay. That wasn't really grammatically correct, though. So as soon as I was confident that she was going to get around this bend, I went ahead and dropped that baby dragon up top. Took out that one. So the funnel is more or less established, and then once that one's gone, it's super established, so now I'm happy. And he goes and starts working on that elixir storage, because he's just a nice baby dragon like that. And here's where I should have started the lure, but I forgot. My bad. And that scared me to death. I thought she was going to try to bust into this compartment, but thankfully she was just going for that, and then she continued her walk. And over here you'll see the healers just barely walk or fly or float or whatever into the range of the air D. But as soon as the queen gets around the hump, they're going to get pushed away by that air sweeper. So there we go, starting to get hit a little bit, but then the air sweeper pushes them away. Went ahead and dropped the Peck on one building, Valkyries on the other to wipe them out, healers behind them, and you're going to see a rage spell come down pretty quick. So there comes the rage, bowlers behind them, right to the left where the queen is. And this is where the slaughtering starts. You see the Valkyries came out. Thankfully the Valkyries could handle the clan castle troops, or I would have been in trouble. Second rage spell goes down. Lost a couple bowlers, but they're actually going to help me by taking out things and keeping everything in the base. And just going with the rage. Raged Valks and raged bowlers are very powerful things. And you'll see the hogs come in over here. And wouldn't you know it, they trip a skeleton spell, a spring trap, and they're going straight for that giant bomb. So not the great spot for the hogs, but it's where they were needed, because everything else over here is accounted for. Now the hogs actually come over here for this cannon, trip a giant bomb, and then the cannon goes out, and they decide to turn around and take out the skeletons. So you think, great day. And then they go ahead and trip the second giant bomb anyway, just for good measure. And there you go. So, excellent base for this army composition. It's like this guy made it specifically to get attacked by this. So thank you. Thank you, Juanito. I appreciate it. Alright. Well, that's all. I'll catch you guys later? Question mark?